Uthi shoot ngale ndlela le usho ngayo if ngathiwa sithulisa music as a whole country. To music
like this statement that music is a drug, I think it's very true.
Yeah, it is.
Because music, one, it's addictive. Secondly, it heals. And to an extent, drugs do heal.
And
if used correctly, of course. And certain drugs, but in this context, your music being
You've just stepped into An Empty Street, a podcast where we casually engage in difficult conversations about relationships, wealth, and health. We are just three curious gentlemen who ask questions almost about everything, and our aim is to find answers from others and within ourselves. We sit down every week to explore unaltered conversations. So let's walk the talk together, and welcome to the Empty Street Podcast.
ice cream lapha
in 3, 2, 1. We're rolling. Welcome to the Empty Street Podcast.
We back.
Another one, man.
Another Tuesday, another week.
Yes, sir.
Thought we should bring you some palm trees. You know, we're in Miami.
Yeah,
out of the country.
Yeah, plus we go
You know, and since we're still in December, like I've been wondering how people have been behaving, you know. I normally keep tabs with how I'm release for music.
And you do. How do you do that, Mfana?
I don't know, dog. It's
because dog like me now, I usually don't know
what's happening.
So what I do is I search for those
artists
I know. So when I talk, you come out to an artist and I'm like, who's the fuck? And even lava engmakena with release sometimes
you don't even know.
You don't even know.
So with me, I think it's a force of habit. So even Yakumbule scared. I used to have gang music. So I think that's where it started. Like I'd literally go to the internet. I think we still had the library. Go to the library and then there's this other site I used to have and just download music.
So it's easy with the site because you get to see
everything.
But with Spotify, Apple Music, dog, it's like everything is all over.
So from there it was okay. I download music based on album covers and all of that, but now I think it's changed. So with Spotify thing is and then at first I was I listened to similar music that they suggest me. And then I go in and then I follow because there's the follow option. And then what it does is that next time that person drops, it will notify you. So that's how then I ended up keeping tabs. But eventually, it just became really a thing with that. Now I just go hunting for music. I just keep looking.
How low now? How go enough?
But you don't listen to this music.
You know what I do? I listen, and then because I'm also curating that house playlist of mine. So it's like some of the music I.
You have a house playlist?
Yeah, it's just strictly house.
Do you update it or you just add?
I update. You should send it through, I've been curating that one since 2020.
You should send it through.
I'll share that one. So one thing is I'll share some I know it's not my interest. Maybe someone else would like. So it's like okay, I'll just share for someone else. They looking into it, then they'll look, who's Ban drop here? Because I noticed that when I stop, people start wondering, then come back, man. I was just updating, man. So it's like I'm that medium of information that just keeps updating them in a way. So I know for some odd reasons, like I put it on myself to keep people informed of like what's dropped or whatever the case is.
Make it a blog or something, where you can gather the audience
actually
and
you
can measure the amount of
someone
audience you
mentioned
have.
something like that.
You find a way to monetize.
Why don't you like create something around there? Because it's not like a lot of people be doing shit like that.
You could be promoting people's music at a cost. So
I guess I'll put that in my to-dos.
Do it, man. I'm not to-dos. I'm not to-dos.
But just coming back to the point I wanted to make. Now that it's December, it's like we've kind of shifted into the music we want to listen to.
Yeah.
Because we wanted to relate to the mood we're in.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
you constantly think about music will groove. You know, something that's just gonna.
Yeah.
In them
Sweet
now.
move.
Hey.
Sweet lead.
Exactly. So recently, I mean, we also have that earbender playlist.
Yeah.
You know, and recently it's not like we discussed it.
It just happened.
Hey, it just happened. But it's like it just moved towards that feeling.
We've never mentioned the playlist on the podcast.
We actually haven't.
Never.
And it got 2 more likes. 2 more followers this week.
I saw.
So it's dope.
And only people on WhatsApp.
WhatsApp,
no.
but I don't know if the IG
Insta.
people follow. But I also posted.
You also post on IG.
But just to inform you guys, we got a playlist. It's called Earbender, curated just to like bend your ears to whatever's new or old. You know, it doesn't have to be something that's current or whatever. But we just update it every Friday, and then we feed it to you guys. So we'll just keep
it up
I
on
think,
Spotify.
Yeah. Find it on Spotify, but what we'll do is we'll just maybe start including it also in our description. And then you guys can bend your ears to some new and insightful music, man.
Yeah.
Moving right back to the whole music is a drug. You know, I feel like music is a drug. You know, but each season you want a different drug. At this moment, we want ecstasy. That's gonna keep you at a high. You know, so we're on the ecstasy high, and then at some point, it's lazy. You funing open. I mean, there's relax. From the crazy, from the storm you just went through. You know, so I was speaking about the Kelvin. Kelvin dropped on Friday. You saw the whole of SA erupted. It's like everyone was just waiting for that.
Just waiting. Yeah.
Everyone is just waiting for that. So the question I want to ask is like, do you guys think like music affects us differently, or does it have an influence basically on how we live our lives, or just move through life?
Yeah, most definitely. Cultures are led by music. Cultures are led by music, and music also creates culture. Creates culture. So most definitely, music does have an influence into who we become, who we identify as, how we move as well, how we behave, how we think. So whether it's just an instrumental playing, dog, it's gonna. There's this guy. I just forgot his name. He was like. The most important people in a society or in a country are musicians, politicians, DJs. He was specific about it. DJs.
Because they're the taste makers.
Yeah.
They're the taste makers.
And if you look at music, it's vibrations.
Yeah.
You like a certain song because a song becomes a hit because of certain vibrations that it induces. So if you understand those things and how you can create certain vibrations to
invoke something inside
someone, something
emotion.
In someone. For instance, kuna lama, do you know neural beats? If you can go to YouTube and just search neural beats and just listen to them. So they have frequencies. Listen to this music while you are asleep at 50 hertz, at 100 hertz. So
it's like study music.
So it's those vibrations that are able to influence a person. So number one is DJs. Secondly, it's politicians. I forgot the third one. But the main focus was with DJs. That like in this context of this conversation on how music actually influences people. And you can see with even dress code today's number people who identify as well, they don't like being called
and it's through music that they
but
get
that's through
identified.
music. That sound they make a good
it's through music. Just pointing something else out, even athletes use music to pump them up. It's like they get up and go track. You know, that one song with this one, I want to go out there and show them flames. You know, so it goes to even that extent. It's like an uplifting type of thing. I don't. There's a certain word I'm looking for, but I'm just not finding it at the moment. But they use it as a way of just amping them up. Just to get going.
Shuthi ngale ndlela le usho ngayo if ngathiwa sithulisa music as a whole country
Yo.
to music
Mhlabeni,
abantu
Mhlabeni.
babhaya abantu even abangafa.
Like this statement that music is a drug, I think it's very true.
Yeah, it is.
Because music, one, it's addictive. Secondly, it heals. And to an extent, drugs do heal.
And
If used correctly, of course. And certain drugs, but in this context, your music being a drug, it is a drug.
Definitely.
It heals people. It makes people feel a certain way.
It's also an escape.
That's where I was
people
going.
tend to travel to different worlds or different places in the world through someone's music. You know, you can share a story through words. You know, and obviously accompanied with an instrument that is now a song. You know, and that is a story just transferred through a song. There was I remember during apartheid and all of that, when jazz was that medium of transferring information. You know, and this was supposed to be a topic. You remember with that guest?
With Month and Clouds.
So this was supposed to be a topic. But like even that, jazz music was used as a medium of transferring information because they knew that there's no other way. We can't meet up and actually converse or have these amakokas and stuff, you know. So it goes to that length. It's used even for those kind of stuff. It's like Morse code. You know, it can even be used like Morse code. Not everyone can dissect. That's how not dynamic, but how how deep it went. Now you dissect music. When Kendrick drops an album, you know it's gonna go off people's heads. It's gonna go over people's heads because you can't just give it one listen and
then
you know what's happening. You have to give it multiple listens.
So when I since you create my playlist, so the playlist une playlist social ngayokuthi most Fridays. Let me find because I'm looking for a vibe. I'm for energy as well. Something that will pump me up.
So
maybe more during the week where you just wanna relax,
it's kick back. So I have I've created the playlist, but I don't update them as much as I do this house one. So I've created a traveling playlist. Just when I'm on the road. For those long trips, I have that playlist.
That one is specific for
and then I have for the soul playlist. We ask Laputa, you tapping into really the subtle music, the emotions and all of that, you know? That's the soft music. And then obviously the house one. That's where I just want to jam, and that's the one I'll be listening to a lot. And then you have your hip hop and all of that. But most of the time I just tap into, and it's been of recent, really, it's just hip hop. And then Nali EPN the way it's just everything. Well, that's where again I throw everything. That's why it's different tastes. Sometimes you'll see I'm throwing in house. Sometimes I'm just throwing in hip hop. You know, so just to explore my taste. That's where I get to explore my taste, basically. I was talking about dissecting music and all of that. It got to a point where people now dissect music. You know, at first it was just listening. At layman's terms, you could understand anything that was said, but now it's like people are writing messages through music. You know, and it's meant for a specific group of people. So it's like no average Joe can just understand what you're saying unless you are part of that, like faculty or faction or that group of people. You know, otherwise you can't tap into that. And now it's hard, like now it's gotten to a point, especially in hip hop. It's sad because now they're using your lyrics against you in the court of law. You know, so
I saw that article.
You see how it's flipping now. Boy, Young Thug and all of that are being detained for the music they're sharing it. It might be in conjunction to how they live their lives, but when did we get there? When did we get to a point you would see? What if now, because hip hop is also imaginative, so what's going to happen with those people? Painting just pictures, you know, what's going to happen? What's going to happen to those people that are just writing fiction in their music? Are you now going to say, I'm guilty of a crime I committed through my music?
Crazy.
They say all these crazy stuff on music. Are you going to say, Hobson has committed all these crimes? You know what I mean? So it's getting tricky.
It's getting tricky. And have you listened to drill music, UK?
I've listened to more. I think New York more than. I think UK it's grime grime and drill.
Yeah.
I think the farthest I've went
listen
is
to those lyrics, bro.
Stormzy,
These kids are they're going through some dark times.
Mara, I don't really cry, Mara.
Yo,
Really cry.
gangsters.
Yeah. You see from me in Top Boy. It's
Top Boy. I don't know Top Boy.
It's Top Boy. That series.
Top Boy.
Yeah. Shah Momentum and all of that. Yeah, there's this other series. I think it's called Top Boy.
Yeah.
But even long time ago, even the football fans, they get barbaric to a point where in pubs and all of that, and all that, you know.
And Maravona,
they're quite physical.
Very violent.
Yeah, they're quite physical and violent in their nature.
Yeah.
But I never like coffee.
Yeah, but you wanted to say something to Anahari.
But then Maukuluma Alento lay incriminating yourself through music. Believing like KO episode. It's like the way Bakuluma
I paid a corner.
So just so in the we with most of the time man create and this is music, 5 songs each. So music wako and about 2 choose. In those so you choose
beforehand.
Before maybe let's say in a week, you know, with okay, and I just speaking shy so we lay or like just choose.
So sometimes it's sometimes if it's music I was listening to in the week, then I'll add them and have maybe a list where I write with you. I'll add this because I can't add it straight away. I usually new Thursday with this update. So I'll write them down. Okay, I'll add this, I'll add that. But sometimes I'm like, okay, you know what? Through the music I've listened to this week, I've only listened to just hip hop or house. So it's not enough for me to throw into the playlist. And then I go to my library and then I dig into just all the music I've collected throughout the years, you know. And then I throw from that. So it's never just one method of adding music.
But this week
touch line.
It
was 2 tracks after.
Then release a list 2, then 18 go missing like 4. Then my is like I was saying as this is okay, then missing it I will carry of like
I'll carry him for Stana.
KO number 1,
I saw less than 10 months like it. You carry episode. Being like the previous episode, I wanna die, I want to relax, I want to so I feel like it in there's a today's in Shire this week. I feel like it's related as well. Cool, even like plus Friday, I don't feel like it's too much because I remember that thing for about tax. But then since Friday, we're going to at least it's not that deep challenge. And so the special days is a vocaro, there's a pit, you know. Which was one for now.
So it boils down to that how far music actually does influence us. With the mouse wing or meso, so
exactly.
Because
that's the
point where you actually listen or enjoy those songs. Is in those kind of spaces.
No, that's the question I was asking myself the time we were speaking earlier, Guti. Like, what dictates Guti? It should be house music. And then I answered myself. I didn't ask that question because I answered myself with, it's vibrations. So when you're at that state, that music is well suited for that part.
That's why I'm check my artist by. I think even check impact my piano. I think the impact my piano in because impact my piano well into uti. Beyikhuluma ngezinto ababhaya abantu ba relate ngazo ejwaleni. Ejwaleni because sometimes uthi mawulalela usoba kanje ubothile abantu labakhuluma ikhala. But manje mase setlabhini
Yes, he said. That's why most of the time music with piano bomnandi. Like him groove.
How would you lalelela nje piano how?
Only when it comes to like the private, private school, that's when you can listen outside of really groove. Mara lezo mfaka makhaleni nana.
Zimnandi da. And sometimes and sometimes
udlalela leyo ngoma uyi-1
ngeke
emgrooveni at least abogel igroup yabogel baphumile then kuqala le ngoma bazohlanya and then kunalo movement or beka nasekagama now uyakuphoya nayo izinto ezinjalo so
it's
catered for certain
for like to a certain extent. I think the two, like alcohol and music, I feel like should actually go hand in hand, and one should market the other. You know, because
that's why bayenza bahigh baphuza bayaboza benza no music song
because
so
as like when we were talking about when a certain song comes in and then instantly ukaba mujwala, it just made me think like if they could, then they could market alcohol through music.
That's what they're doing, man. That's why Matista Pai, especially even ngale muntu yawamafike ushaya hip hop kunebhodlela ushaya ini phethe wine or phethe champagne here then
hip hop
rock
when it comes to jazz, you know what I should have my glass of whiskey on the rocks on the rocks
serious stuff
and then
you guys are right
beach stuff it's your beer you have your Corona or something
and into engiyibonile ngomunye music ukuthi sometimes I will relate now even noma awuzwe clubini ayakuzo relate now but until someone asukume and awudansele ngenye indlela akayi perspective enye yayo lena ubona ukuthi lento le nomathi uyilalela ngenela uyilalela uyikhumula phezulu ukuthi enginomunye umuntu wangijavela kamnandi ngale track le just ekhona ukuthi uyikhumbula ngiremember nengoma ezi2 ezakhezi bengasho ukuthi ngayilalela ngithi mangiyilalela ngazizwa ukuthi okay ngiyilalele but azingishayeli but keep release the music video kana nje Titombe wena oyilalela ngoma like
what my keep video
like was dope that's why abantu ababhaya card bayincane
azoshaya ngale Euros ne Lamborghini
and manje wayikana
nejayi abantwana apply
wayikana nedance abona masoyikana nedance uyabona ukuthi maseklapini ekhumula ngelo ngikonje bebebiza ngane freshers freshers beyakhona la azazakhena gibele speaking bashaya lezi Titombe wena abantu ababhaya ndoda wena babhabe bazi bashaya lezi uyayibona after create le video then why release abantu ababhaya kuba easy kuba relate nayo so it audio nje yo sometimes
fana nale yaka youngster le ama 1000 nina ama 1000 oh busy busy ama 1000 ngire so ngiyabona
but into emnandi ngale this episode ukuthi we get to drop down or break down i playlist yabona sizingakazi sikhuluma ukuthi uze siyicreate suke sibuyapi yamthola into ezikanjalo just abantu bangasiboni just si release
create music because we've never really
we've never spoken about never. It's only the people on WhatsApp
WhatsApp
who can see ukuthi we have a playlist
but I guess everyone has an idea
But it's been dope though creating the playlist.
It's been an experience.
Because it's a selfless thing to do. If you've noticed.
It's
although
selfless.
We are doing it, we're doing it for other people's enjoyment.
Sure.
And
we also enjoy it. And I think what I
like
about it.
And I've noticed you listen to it with your colleagues in the office. So that's quite cool. I can't do that.
Mina, I've created a culture office with it. On Fridays, I come with my speaker. And then we just bump the playlist.
You guys are allowed to.
That's dope.
It's an office of creatives.
So, they must. That's dope. So I like that concept.
But just I guess into ngazange sisaqhubeka nayo ile ukuthi I remember as the initial idea was to every guest
curate.
I think we only something Sauda did as well.
With the songs he
gave me 10 songs. So
so that's I think we should just
we should do it. We should do it.
I think we did it only once. We already had. I think I asked a few people already. There was a time where we were just putting on guest music. Oh, Kumul.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
it's
yeah,
really
yeah,
heritage
yeah.
or something.
Yeah, we had that
Even-
long
even-
list.
Yeah, that long list.
we had
But
that.
some-
khona no ubani konje la cherlo besinaye no Thabiseng.
Eva.
Yeah, no Eva
Yeah,
yakhona.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
that's the
So
last
you know
time.
what we should do this coming Friday? I want the people who are watching this episode to comment their favorite song, just one song.
Yeah. And then
One
we'll throw it
song,
into
one
the
song
thing.
that you are constantly repeating. Your current
favorite,
favorite
yeah,
song.
your current
Just
favorite.
comment it down below, and we'll put it on Friday's playlist, and then we'll also put the link of the playlist down below. So
On this
on
episode.
Friday, on this episode, and then on Friday you just click the link, or you can just follow us, and then you'll see. Just follow us on Spotify.
Yeah.
Yeah. Soon enough, you won't just be getting the playlist, but you also be getting our episodes with that.
Yeah.
That is still in the pipe works. You know?
Yeah.
We're starting it with the playlist.
Yeah.
Starting
Yeah.
it with the playlist. Logo nyekeseza.
Yeah.
It's still a
Yeah,
long
but man,
list of
if
stuff.
you look at our history as human beings, music has always been
A
an
part.
element that has
Always.
been there in our lives, to whether to celebrate, to mourn,
Yeah.
to heal, to
Pray.
Express.
communicate, to pray, to express. So music has been
A drug.
like talking.
Music has been a drug.
Has
since-
been a drug since. There are people who listen to music and just cry. There are
Yeah.
people who listen
Through
to
vibrations.
music
Imagine
and just
vibrations
act
make you cry.
a certain way, which is what drugs do. Yeah, one. So, like uzobona online ukuthi usigela ukhumuli impahla
Yeah, so shy straight.
Then, yeah,
Yeah,
one.
one.
And then you
Bye.
get your whistle. There's this girl who was whistling, was
Yeah.
trending for whistling. So she added another element to songs
it.
that were already there,
There.
and people
Went
went
crazy.
So
I remember that trend
music
at some
has
point.
been
Yeah.
part of our lives, man.
And we were born with siba flexible now. That's why we
Yeah,
call
it evolves.
creative.
It evolves.
Yeah,
There's this
like
musical
creative.
instrument, you guys know it, where it's like flat, and then it has another bass. So it's basically two bars, and then it has a bass. Then how you play it is hand gestures. You just hand gesture like
Emoyen.
this, and then like this. Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
touch it.
No,
at
you
all.
don't touch anything. It's just two poles.
Yeah.
A vertical one. I don't know what kind of
Perpendicular.
pitch that plays.
Oh, yeah.
And then the horizontal one. I don't know. I don't even know what the instrument is. But I'll look it up, and then I'm gonna put a
But I'm
video
sure our
so that you
lectures,
see. So you can.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah.
sure
Something
you can
you don't even
So
touch it.
no, you're not touching. You're just making hand gestures,
Yeah.
and it
But-
makes.
But if you mention that, it makes me think of if you put an empty glass or empty bottle and blow wind through it or past
Oh,
it, it
that's
makes
music.
that
Yeah,
sound.
so
yeah.
it could be something like that.
makes sense.
So music, man, music, and there are technology fused into music as well now. There's this speaker where you just stick it into anything and it plays whatever. You can stick it in this grass and it will play a sound
Of the soil.
music of the soil.
That's
You
crazy.
stick it into a wall and it's gonna music has advanced, bro.
That's crazy.
It has advanced. But yeah, man, I think this has been a chilled episode.
No, it's
Yeah.
been
It's
dope.
crazy that I'm talking about this because yesterday I was with Novex.
Yeah.
Novex Beats.
Yeah.
He's a music
And
producer. Do you
Ghana's
know him?
dope. Yeah, Ghana's dope.
Ghana is out of
Ghana's
this
dope.
world, man.
Ghana,
I was having a
yeah.
conversation with him, Uguti. He's like, Ghana, I'm only one song away
From actually
from a
landing
hit.
in there.
Yeah, from landing. Yeah. Like one song
Nah,
away.
definitely
Just like
because
we
he's
are-
versatile. Bro.
Yeah,
He-
very
he-
versatile.
Versatile.
man.
Snini, you drop inamba ne artist, but it's Afrobeat. Snini hip hop.
Yeah.
Nah, yo, this nigga
He's
has
that dope,
range.
man. He's
Nah,
that
he has
dope.
range, dog.
But yeah, he
Nah,
does.
man,
I think now it's time. He deserves to
Yeah.
be there.
Yeah,
I'm
he-
told.
yeah.
But yeah, I believe we. So I was having a conversation with him last night. We were just talking about music, and we were talking. I was asking him, Tintwana, like with your observations, what makes a song a hit song?
Yeah.
So he was explaining it. He was explaining it. I'm like, yeah, this nigga is fucking good.
Yeah.
So it's crazy that I had a similar conversation last night.
he's
And
on
we
it
are also
today.
having it now,
Yeah.
and we didn't plan to have this
Nah, we didn't,
conversation.
dog. It just
So we
happened.
just
Just
decided to have it. But yeah, man.
Like we always
No,
say.
great one.
Yeah.
Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, take care of your pockets. This is the Empty Street Podcast and signing out.